Hello, everybody. It's Saturday, February 23rd, in the early afternoon, and today I want to talk to you about something that's important in life. Is a choice, and everything you do in life is your choice. I will say that there are times where you have family and religious pressures. So, with regards to those respects, I value those things, and I don't condone going against your beliefs and family beliefs and religious beliefs and so on. So, in that case, everyone I've met say they try and do uh, as much as what feels right for them, um, without going too far. Uh, so, in a sense of who you date, the foods you eat, whether you choose to exercise or not, how much money you spend, where you go and eat, who you hang out with, what schools you go to. Um, it's all a choice, and it's a choice that you have to make within reason. And if you're lucky enough to not have some of the other issues to deal with that I mentioned, like family and religious backgrounds, that's better for you. Because the last thing you want is to go against family and lose family and so on. I don't condone that at all. Um, what I will say is, with examples, just so you get the general idea, um, let's say you're invited out to an expensive restaurant, and you know that just eating alone, never mind wine, is going to cost you about $80 plus tip, and you know that will set you back that month. Um, how shall I say this? If you know it's going to set you back, but you still want to go and enjoy yourself, well, that's a choice you're going to have to make. And if you couldn't pay this bill or that bill, or were short for groceries, um, there's no, I don't mean to sound mean, but there's no one to blame but yourself. Or if there's family gathering or a group of your friends, uh, and you, for some reason, maybe from past experiences, feel pressure to pay for everybody, which will cost you about $230, let's say, depending on how many people there are, whether it be three, four, five people, and the type of place you go to, whether it's, uh, whether you're talking a medium-sized restaurant to a really fancy restaurant. Well, that's your choice, believe it or not. I mean, you don't want to let people down, obviously, but from my experience and everybody I've met, it's better to come clean and choose to tell people, listen, things are tight right now. I'm not going to be able to treat you. And if they are good friends or understanding family members, then they will respect you, and they should respect you anyway. And everyone could maybe pay for themselves. Um, so that's a choice. What else can I say? The type of car you buy. Um, would I like a BMW? Sure. Did I have an opportunity to get one? Yeah. In the past, I'm still driving my Honda Civic from several years ago. And actually, it's a Honda Accord, and as it costs money to upkeep a bit, yeah. But guess what? I made that choice because I knew that the car depreciates in value the second you drive it off the lot. and the next time around I'd probably buy 2010 or 2009 even, that has perhaps 150,000 and change kilometers on it versus 2011 with 235,000 kilometers. Do you know what I mean? That's a choice. Um, and this is going to be a video in itself. Uh, Reorganizing your finances to stabilize yourself, making changes to lower your interest rates. Those are all choices. If you don't want to choose them because if you don't want to choose to lower your interest rates because you might lose status on a card, a fancy card, that's a choice of yours because of some maybe ego thing. Um, and we're all guilty of it, even me. Um, the best thing to do is to acknowledge, and see, do I really need to go to this country club just so I can have this particular credit card with, I don't know, 20 or 25% interest rate when I owe $5,000 of debt? I'm just paying for interest on top of going to this country club. So why not lower your credit card down to an 11.9 or 5.6 interest rate credit card and transfer your balance over, and that way you can start paying off whatever you owe faster. Will you be able to go to the country club anymore? No. Is it people you want to be around? Maybe, maybe not. It again, that's another choice for you to make. Um, from where you shop, do you want to buy a $500 or $800 leather jacket, or do you want to buy a knockoff leather jacket for like more than half the price, less than half the price of the brand name? My wife and I have just started to shop down south for groceries because we made a conscious choice. We made the choice because it's better for us. Will it be better for you? Perhaps. Let me explain why. We got the same quality meat and some produce uh, for that would last us anywhere from 2 weeks to 18 days worth for the value that we would normally pay for only 1 week's worth of groceries here where we are. For example, let's say I eat 4 to 5 small meals a day, and so does my wife. Then we have a common dinner meal. Once in a while, we'll go out. Um, with that $150 worth of groceries here, we were only getting 1 week's worth of groceries. But if we went south of the border, uh, we could get 2 to 3 times as much food for $150. And why? Because that's a choice, because we want to have more money in our pocket. It sucks because we're not feeding the local economy. Uh, but the manufacturers charge the Canadian versions of the companies, anywhere from 100 to 132% more than what they'll charge for the American counterparts of the same companies for the same product. So the Canadian versions of the companies have to charge more. So that's a conscious choice we're making to better ourselves. It's unfortunate, but we got to think of ourselves. And let me give you another example of a choice. Um, let's say you're dating somebody because the intimate relations are really, really incredible. The person is gorgeous in your eyes, but she or he doesn't treat you well, or maybe even abusive. Hopefully, that's not the case. But you can't give up the intimate relations because you never had better. Well, there are obviously psychological factors here that are causing you to stay here just because of intimate relations and to put up with um, the the mistreatment or abuse. Hopefully, that's not the case. Or it could be the vice versa. The person treats you really well, but there's little to no intimate relations at all. Well, that's a choice. Best thing to do is try and work it out, talk about it, or get out. You got to look after yourself, and that's the main important choice with choices in life is to look after you. I'll get into a financial thing another time, but I hope you get the idea here. It's a hard thing to change and to reprogram, but it's worth it in the end because the one thing that matters the most is you. And if you're not doing well, then how will you be good to yourself or anyone else or your family? And I recommend to make the smarter choices in life. Um, they may not always seem like the best choices in the immediate future, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. But if you stop and think and ask yourself some questions, some facts about what led you to that moment, that way you can sort of readjust your mindset and start making better choices in life for yourself and then the people around you first. People around you might not like that. You might lose people who you thought were friends, but in the end, you could ask yourself, were they really friends if they're going to leave me because I'm taking care of myself? Maybe not. So just keep plugging away, and I'll be back soon.